Coming back up to the line, now gaining speed. And let's get ready to rumble here. Go for the races. Looks like a clean start. Daniela again. Good start, close followed. On the blue kite right behind her is Elena KALININA from Russia. And they're heading out away from us right now for about a minute before they tack over. Another tack coming after that to come up to windward mark. Breiana WHITEHEAD from Australia caught a really good start. Kind of looks like she won that one. Far ahead from the fleet. Everybody else coming behind her, trying to pinch up. First three women really close together now. And right about the layover, Daniela attacks first. Up over the port. And looking for that perfect positioning. Coming upwind. She's got that windward mark in her eyes now. And she's going to cross over. About another minute coming on that tack before she comes up onto the ley line. And then around the first mark. So it looks like Breiana WHITEHEAD from Australia really came away from a great start, ahead of the fleet, going further out than anybody else. I think she's going to try to come closer up to the windward mark as she tacks over. Speeds on the course about 35 kilometers per hour, light wind, and we'll see what happens as we move on, if the wind stays steady throughout the course. Couple of rescue boats being called out by the rescue committee. I guess a couple of ladies went down with their kites. They're going to try to get those off the course. It's really dangerous also. It gets in the way of racing. So hopefully they'll clear the path for the pack that's going to come down pretty soon. Tacking over now on the ley line. Daniela leading nicely here. And a little tight pass there with Daniela sneaking up before Elena Meyer from Germany. Daniela's got a nice lead now. Julia Damasiewicz from Poland is behind her. And Elena KALININA from Russia right on her tail, coming up to the first mark. Daniela's lead right now about 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. And it looks like she might have tacked a little bit too early, so let's see what happens there. Coming up now the mark, she'll need a little bit of lift. Everybody else is following her, so it looks like if she does not make the mark, everybody else has to tack again. And Daniela now did make that mark, coming around mark number 1. And she'll be going back downwind. Elena KALININA of Russia is second, followed closely by Julia Damasiewicz from Poland. Those three ladies up ahead kind of are going to lead and then probably gain as Meyer from Germany and Chen from China in position 5 and 6 are following. Coming off the wind speeds again up to maybe 40 kilometers an hour at a breeze of 8 to 9 knots. That's almost 4 times the wind speed on these harder foals. And a great shot here with two competitors coming back off the wind. Daniela probably is going to build up her lead a little bit, up to 10 seconds now coming downwind. 2 jibes before she goes around the leeward mark and up to the second time around the windward mark. Number 4, Chen of China. And number 5, close behind on the races now. And here's Daniela, kind of up front. She's been used to that for the entire season, leading the ladies' races, usually in every race. Close behind her, though, is Elena from Russia. Separated herself also a little bit. Wind is filled in, 7 to 9 knots now across the course. And there has been a change in the lead. Something happened to Daniela somewhere. She probably missed the jibe. Julia Damasiewicz from Poland now in the lead, followed by Elena KALININA. And number 3, Chen from China, is being chased down by Daniela. Women are jibing over, finding their way to the leeward mark. Julia's still leading this, but Elena really close on her heels, about 6 seconds behind. Daniela's going to come around here and jibe also. Dove underneath Chen of China, and coming around, she'll try to pinch up now and gain speed to catch up to the leaders of race 2. And here we go around the leeward mark. You can see the position changing from a little bit more forward, a little bit more upright on the board, to leaning back, kite lower, and getting ready for lap 2. Let's see if Daniela can catch up. She's not really used to being that far behind in the races. Usually she's up ahead, and she must have had something happen up there somehow, or something got in her way. She's coming around. And now she's going to try to reel in Elena first, and then see if she can keep up with the Polish rider, Julia, who's got a nice lead, about 10 seconds ahead of KALININA from Russia. Breiana WHITEHEAD in position 5. And now coming up to the second time around the windward mark. Elena is kind of catching up a little bit. Seems like she's got a higher angle coming upwind. We'll have to wait until they attack, but I think she might be taking the lead over from Julia of Poland. Daniela underneath them now, kind of going for that BMG, more speed lower in. And I think she's going to try to really crank it up here, go below the 2 leaders, and cut over, trying to catch them up to the windward mark. Julia Damasiewicz of Poland still in the lead. Elena couldn't catch her. They laid over and coming up to the windward mark. Last time they had a little bit of a problem making that mark, had to tack again. And from the course this time it looks a little bit better. Elena tacked over now also. Daniela a little bit further over the course, tacks later. And I think she sees something they didn't. She's going on a little bit further, hoping for them not to make the mark. Let's see what happens here. Julia pinching up to that mark. Let's see if she makes it around. Julia comes around back, mark 2 on her final lap down to the finish line. 2 more jibes and then a broad reach finish. Looks like she's got that one wrapped up. Elena KALININA from Russia in second place. And Daniela in an unfamiliar spot 3 in race 2. Daniela coming around mark 2, and she's going to have to see if she can get Elena taking a little bit of a wider course. She comes out. And then jibes around to go downwind. You got to think that Julie's going to be really happy with this result. Coming in, nice lead. I don't think Elena or Daniela can do anything to her to threaten her on that final couple of meters coming to the finish line. And as an FY, men's race 2 will be at 12:27 p.m. start time as the women finish the course. Julia really close to finishing now. Elena coming next to her. And then Daniela in third position. Breiana WHITEHEAD of Australia, a strong fourth and a nice big gap. Having Chen coming in 5th place, about 20 seconds behind her. And Julia, with a big smile on her face, is going to finish here. And it might be a little bit tight between Daniela and Elena. KALININA of Russia still in the lead, probably looking behind a little bit. She'll hear Daniela coming up. And Daniela's got that hammer down, kite low. Wanted to come in second. Valuable points here. But she probably won't make it. Breiana WHITEHEAD, a solid 4th place, not threatening, and Daniela trying to pinch it down, getting closer here, but she probably won't quite make it. Here comes number 2, finishing. And Daniela in 3rd position. Great race by Breiana here, coming in from Australia, and then it's going to be close again. Little pack of women coming down here. Magdalena WOYCIECHOWSKA from Poland is going to come in next to the finish. But she kind of got snuck out by Katie O'Brien. Really close finish here also. And Chen of China diving down below, getting some more speed before Fancelli